Kaede goes to the Love Hotel with with Komaru, but somehow ends up next to Shuichi. I feel like that's absolutely what you wanted, isn't it? Yeah, this was your plan all along. Master Planner Kaede, she's making moves into Shuichi's bedroom, apparently. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Aviator. I'm your United States Aviator. That's my boy Toon Link, and welcome back to Danganronpa Hunger Games. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you knew this, a little fun fact for ya. A fun fact this Hunger Games Thursday, not Friday, my bad. It has been, this week marks a calendar year since the very first episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. November 2nd, 2018 was the V3 Hunger Games, the one titled Who is the Ultimate? Good times. I actually went back and watched that on November 2nd and I was like, wow, how far have I come? There's like so much, I have so much more energy with this series now, it's unreal. But, ladies and gentlemen, to commemorate that, I thought that we would take a V3 themed episode, and I'll probably actually continue to do this with the rest of the tag team, since, you know, every team deserves, like, you know, this is my game. I'm gonna come out on top for my team in my game. So this is the V3 episode. We have all the teams that have a V3 character in them, and they're gonna duke it out. Which V3 team will be the best? Who's gonna carry their team to victory? We don't know who it's gonna be, but first we gotta find out who's here. Starting in District 1, we have Shuichi and Kyoko. Expert deductions. In District 2, we have Gonta with Sakura today, the big buff family. District 3, we have the Degenerate Destroyers, Tenko and Mahiru. District 4, we have Himiko and Gundam, Fire and Ice. District 5, we have Rantaro and Celeste, the World Travelers. District 6, we have Loud and Lewd. It is Mew Aruma, the very first winner of the very first Danganronpa Hunger Games. Also the very first two-time winner, along with Teru. District 7, we have Kibo and Mekamaru, the Mechanical Good Boys. Samugi and Fat Togami in District 8, they are the masters of disguise. Will they disguise their way to victory today? We'll find out. In District 9, we have Corey in the house with Genocide Jack. Hoo boy, what a team they are. District 10, we have Angie along with Jotaro, the religious artist. In District 11, we have Kaede and Komaru, the steel-minded girls. District 12, we have Ryoma, along with Kaito, representing the Pimp's entourage. District 13, we have Kurumi, and we have Pennyworth, representing the Togami Corporation. Togami's watching from the sidelines, he believes in you too. District 14, we have Maki, and we have Mukuro, the Train Killers. District 15, we have Kokichi and Nagito, the Rats. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, we have the Nanokumas and Minimaru, the Micromex. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a calendar year. So I have to ask you guys, who do you have winning this one? We have had almost, this isn't a year from when I started doing these weekly. I think that is January 19th? I want to say 19th. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's January 19th. It might be earlier. I thought that the anniversary of the first episode was a lot later. I thought it was like after Thanksgiving, but earlier this month I was like, let me check it out, and then I was like, oh, it's about right now. But ladies and gentlemen, tell me in the comments, who do you think is going to take that big W? Who's gonna take that win? Which team is gonna take that win, and which singular person is gonna take that win? So that's two things. And tell me, I don't even think I asked anything in the first episode. That's wild. How far have we come? Tell me. Just those two things? I think, tell me last place too. I like to know last place sometimes. But, it's not a singles episode, so I don't need to bring out my card of secret achievements. And a lot of people actually know what all the secret achievements are right now, because there may or may not be a secret episode lurking somewhere. You guys might have to go and find it. But, while you guys tell me who do you think is going to get first, which team is going to get first, and which team is going to get last, I I don't know. What do we do? I think we're just gonna talk for this pausing time. We're gonna talk. Let me put on put on these reading glasses. I don't know who left these glasses here, but I'm gonna put them on, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing today? I'm doing. I hope you guys are doing fantastic too. I left these glasses here. This is from Halloween. What am I talking about? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And this year of the Aviator, it's truly been a year of the Aviator. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, feels good. Feels good. Very, very fortunate to have all of you guys here. It's a good time. It's a good time. It's always a good time. And we got all sorts of fun episodes coming up. I'm just happy about that. And then this week, was it a week from yesterday? No, it was sometime last week. A lot of stuff has happened in the last week. Good stuff, though. I was like, well, we're getting close to 1,700 subscribers. I need to maybe put something together for that. And I was like, yeah, it'll be a fun time. And then like 2 days later, the episode that a lot of you originally came from, the ultimate episode, got like 10,000 more views, and I was like, why? why is this happening? Where is this coming from? And so it jumped all the way from just a random, I think we were like 1,693 when I was about to plan something for 1,700, and then out of nowhere we jumped to like 1,850 in a week, and I was like, well, guess I'll just wait for 1,900 or 2,000. But to a lot of you who are new here, welcome. To a lot of you who are old here, welcome. I still find it wild whenever that happens, because at the beginning of this year I wasn't even at 100 subscribers. I was getting close to 100. I think this year I started at like 60. It's been a wild ride, you guys, that's all I have to say. But thank you for being on the ride with me. We're gonna continue riding, we're gonna continue trucking, we're gonna continue learning to fly, because let me tell you my picks, you guys. I can't not go with Mew. She was the very first winner of the very first Danganronpa Hunger Games, and this is the year point, the trip around the world. I can actually say that because that's what a year is. One valiant trip around the world, and she has made it. She hasn't won much since then, one episode since then, but I think it's time for her to get a refresh, a nice little restart, and this is Mew's time to shine. So yeah, I'm picking Loud and Lewd, and I'm picking Mew. If I'm going for which team is gonna come in last, though, I got a feeling it's gonna be my steel-minded girls. I don't think the champ is gonna make it into the tag team championships episode. It would be very interesting to see Komaru retain her championship and win the tag team titles, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Ladies and gentlemen, those are my picks. I think we're just ready to go. Hopefully your picks do well, hopefully mine do well. And before we click proceed, I think you guys know what we have to do. Our brand new tradition of clicking resimulate not once, not twice, not trace, not quattro times, but cinco, 5 times for the spiciest of randomness. You don't know what's gonna happen? I don't know what's gonna happen, but I do know it's going to be a fun time, as it always is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed, because crap. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, sound the horns! Kurumi is not playing games and immediately sets off a bomb, killing Kyoko, Minimaru, Samugi, and my pick Mew. It's one of those seasons, you guys. I'm not gonna get a win this season. I've squeezed out one every single season so far, at least one. It's not feeling good this season. This is not feeling like a good time. Tinko runs away from the cornucopia. Mukuro snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Himiko ignores the opening assembly. Playing video games with Mekamaru, you probably are playing Super Smash Brothers. That DLC just dropped. Celeste breaks Gundam's nose for a basket of bread. That hurts. Sakura and Angie recognize each other and put their trust into one another. That's nice. I didn't know that you two knew each other, but I take it. The Nanokumas grab a spear from inside of the cornucopia. Is it a small spear or a regular-sized spear? Shuichi grabs a shovel. Gonta runs away from the cornucopia. Genocide Jack also runs away from the cornucopia. Kaede runs away with a lighter and some rope. She's gonna do something wild with that, I can feel it. Mahiru snatches a pair of sais. Korean House is unable to convince Ryoma not to kill him. Ryoma's not playing games. He's trying to get you guys that fan vote. Kokichi forces Kibo to start singing Please Give Me Wings. Kibo does not have the greatest of all singing voices. It's not a good rendition. Fat Togami runs away from the cornucopia. Rantaro finds a canteen full of water. Pennyworth runs away from the cornucopia, as does Jotaro, as does Maki, but Teru and Komaru engage in a friendly knife fight. Teru, you keep your vile ways away from the sweet, innocent Komaru. Kaito and Nagito make a secret pact to work together. That feels like you're working with Kokichi. I don't know if that's a... Well, I guess you did end up working with Kokichi in B3. We'll proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for day 1. Mukuro receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. I should have picked Mukuro. I really want her. I really still want the Mukuro win. Celeste fishes. Komaru practices her archery. Gundam receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Genocide Jack sips on some apple cider. Keep on sipping, girl, because Jotaro diverts Pennyworth's attention and he runs away, escapes. Ryoma receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Kaito, Shuichi, Angie, and Teru talk about their hobbies. Kaede rest in a tree. In a fruit tree, I'm sorry. And you know what? The Nanokumas see her there and they collect fruit from around her, not bothering her at all. They were like, let's not deserve the sweet girl's rest. Kibo receives a clean water from an unknown sponsor. Karumi, who's dangerous, let me tell you guys. Tinko, Gonta, and Rantaro raid Nagito's camp while he's hunting. Mekamaru, Fat Togami, and Kokichi come up with a complicated plan. I believe you three could actually come up with a very good plan. Mekamaru keeping the team together, Kokichi being a pretty good team leader, and Fat Togami is just brilliant. Mahiru constructs a shack. Sakura scares Himiko off, and Maki violently shakes a tree to knock loose some fruit. I can imagine her freaking rage face and just shaking a tree violently. Ladies and gentlemen, we lost 5. One of them's my pick, but I guess Teru could win it all for us. Can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Kyoko, Minimaru, Tsumugi, Mew, Cory in the house. And shall we take a peek at everybody's statuses? Everyone's statuses. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. District 1 has lost half. No district's completely out. We have to keep an eye out for districts who are completely out first, because there is still some team instability that could happen here. Or at any point in the simulator, because there is, forgot to mention that in the beginning of this episode, another 2 instability events have been added to the simulator, and it's getting dicey. As the season goes on, it's a higher and higher chance that someone's going to break up, specifically from this simulator. Ladies and gentlemen, are you prepared? I think we got to continue. No team is completely out yet, but we have to keep an eye out for Shuichi, Teru, Fat Togami, Genocide Jack, and the Nanokumas. Will one of them get out, or will just another team get out completely prior to that? Let's find out. Let's proceed, because at the start of Night 1, Celeste and Teru exercise underneath the stars. Kibo starts a fire. A starving Angie trades nearly half of her supplies for Pennyworth's loaf of bread. Mahiru questions her sanity. Maki confesses her love for Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack gives her a look of disapproval. They were like an assassin and a serial killer? We cannot be. Kaede goes to the Love Hotel with with Komaru, but somehow ends up next to Shuichi. I feel like that's absolutely what you wanted, isn't it? Yeah, this was your plan all along. Master Planner Kaede. She's making moves. Into Shuichi's bedroom, apparently. Kokichi shoots an arrow into Gundam's head. Gosh darn it, Kokichi. Rantaro is gentle with Karumi. Tinko sings Mekamaru a lullaby. The Nanokumas cry themselves to sleep. Oh, I just realized what has happened. Kaito and Fat Togami run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Nagito kills Himiko as she tries to run. That means that's the entirety of Fire and Ice out, and I believe they have earned themselves some instability. Mukuro questions her sanity. A starving Jotaro trades nearly half of his supplies for Sakura's loaf of bread. There's a lot of bread trades going on. And Ryoma defeats Gonta in a fight but spares his life. Ryoma, you were more powerful than we really let on. I did not expect that from you. The big boy went down. I guess he was being a gentleman. You gotta be a gentleman even for gentlemen. It's day 2. Maki is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Teru defeats Pennyworth in a fight but spares his life. Shuichi sprains his ankle while running away from Ryoma. Ryoma is on a warpath, but he's not really killing too many souls. Kaito begs for Komaru to kill him, she refuses, keeping Kaito alive. Mahiru hides from Mukuro on a pile of fallen leaves. Sakura fishes with her bare hands, I bet. Angie attempts to strangle Rantaro, but awkwardly ends up massaging his shoulders. I kind of see that happening, I believe in that. Gonta receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor, the Nanokumas explore the arena. Nagito tries to find every single Monokuma on the school grounds. Mekamaru, Kokichi, and Genocide Jack hunt for other tributes. Jotaro he enjoys a pumpkin spice latte. How basic. It's probably delicious, let's be honest. I've never had a pumpkin spice latte. Maybe I should try it. I'm gonna try it this holiday season. Someone remind me. Kibo tries to sleep through the entire day. Tinko tends to Celeste's wounds. Karumi makes a wooden spear. And Kaede makes a deal, or no deal, with Bat Togami. When we proceed, we see that we lost 2. And it's just the entirety of Fire and Ice. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get a Claire de Lune 4? Gundam. Himiko. And that means Fire and Ice has earned themselves their first bit of team instability. That's only their first one, so they're still safe. The only team that has 2 right now is Team Sword and Shield. Everyone else who has 1, the Degenerate Destroyers, Team Retribution, Band-Aid, Suta, the 2 sides of the same coin, the Train Killers, and Animate in Heaven. So today we're only looking out for the Degenerate Destroyers, who could both get some team instability and end up at 3 somehow, and the Train Killers are both here today. Those 2 teams are the most in trouble. Everyone else could earn their first bit of team instability, but, ladies and gentlemen, we lost Kyoko. She's the only one out for the first row. Himiko and Gundam are the first team completely out. Teru Teru carries on for Loud and Lewd. District 8 has lost Samugi, leaves them with Fat Togami. Corey in the house is out of the house. Genocide Jack remains. 10, 11, and 12. 13, 14, 15. All those 2 rows just completely in. Doing work for themselves. And District 16, the Nanokumas remain. Who's gonna win this one? Is your district doing okay? Hopefully you did not pick Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice I always pick in my heart. I didn't do too well, but we gotta proceed to get ourselves a winner. See if any teams magically break up today, because as we click proceed, at the start of night 2, Kaito kills the Nanokumas while they are asleep. If only they had died yesterday to save my homies, Fire and Ice. That's the end of the micromechs. Kokichi receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Teru Teru, Tinko, and Kibo get into a knife fight. Tinko triumphantly kills them both. That is the end of Loud and Lewd. I did not have good picking today. Yikes. Tinko's still in though. She's trying to make sure her team gets in so she doesn't have to worry about the team instability. Celeste receives a water from an unknown sponsor. Sakura sings a lullaby to Karumi. Gonta is unable to convince Nagito not to kill him. Nagito has killed Gonta. Poor Gonta. Mukuro bashes Ryoma's head in with a mace. He was on a warpath and now his warpath is over in a very violent fashion. Mekamaru tends to Shuichi's wounds. Rantaro tries to set up a trap. Unfortunately ends up trapping himself. Maybe you should take tips from... Maybe you shouldn't. I was gonna say take tips from Nagito, but he just killed Gonta. You probably don't want to take his tips right now. Fat Togami and Mahiru sleep in shifts. Oh. Komaru rests in a fruit tree. Her partner, Kaede, is still shaking the tree violently to retrieve fruit, but it causes Komaru to fall on top of her, killing them both. That's their whole team. That's why you need some team communication. You need some team communication, you two. Can't believe you two. I picked you guys for last. I was secretly hoping you guys got first. Angie cooks her food before putting out her fire. Maki refuses to leave and injure Jataro's side. Genocide Jack goes to sleep, and Pennyworth tries to stay up all night to catch the mastermind, but he falls asleep. But he wakes up at the start of day 3. Karumi, Tinko, and Sakura discuss the killing life so far. Nagito rests in a fruit tree that didn't end so well for Komaru and her teammate. Jataro picks flowers. Fat Togami encounters a fruit bat and immediately grows fond of them. Oh, that's nice. That's cute. Pennyworth travels to higher ground. Celeste hunts for other tributes. Shuichi, Maki, and Kokichi make homemade weapons. Kaito receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Mukuro tries to sneak attack Genocide Jack, but Genocide Jack catches on, she watches her back, and she runs away. Angie is unable to convince Mahiru not to kill her. Mahiru is going for the gall, she is going for the gusto, she's going for the #1 spot. She really wants none of that instability, she's going for it all. Rantaro makes a deal with Mekamaru. What kind of deal did you make? We'll have to wait and see because we lost 8 people today. 8 souls have been separated from us, but today we will honor them with a brilliant Claire de Lune 4. The Nanokumas. Teru Teru. Kibo. Gonta. Ryoma. Komaru. Kaede. Angie. And now, let's see everybody's statuses because we lost 8. The detectives are still in. So is the Big Buff family, but they're both reduced to just 1 person remaining. The Degenerate Destroyers are really destroying the competition. They are completely in, and they are... Well, let me take that back. I was going to say they're one of the only teams completely in. But this whole row here is still doing absolute work. This Districts 13, 14, and 15 doing work. District 4 completely gone. Rantaro and Celeste are also both still alive. District 6 completely out. District 7 still has Mekamaru. District 8 still has Samugi. District 9 still has not Corey in the house. And District 8 does not have Samugi, it has Fat Togami. District 9 has Genocide Jack. District 10 has Jotaro. District 11 is gone. If only they had been gone first, because then I would have won that pick. District 12 has Ryoma out of here, which means Kaito remains. 13, 14, and 15, the Togami Corporation, the Train Killers, and the Rats. All still in. All still really trying to get that win. But it could be a team that only has 1 player left. Who's gonna take it? I don't know. But it's getting close to the saving grace big time. But it's not time yet. It's not time yet. Right now it's time to proceed. Don't you think? Let's do it. Because at the start of Night 3, Jotaro chases Kokichi, Pennyworth, and Rantaro trying to enforce a curfew. Mekamaru looks at the nighttime sky. Mukuro makes a makeshift bed out of fallen leaves. Celeste stabs Fat Togami while his back is turned. Rest in peace, Fat Togami. Your district is out of here. Kurumi hugs Kaito, but he doesn't like it and kills her for it. Jeez Louise, Kaito! What the heck? It was just a hug and you murdered her for it? Kaito! Oh my goodness. Mahiru makes a makeshift bed out of fallen leaves. Tinko, Sakura, Nagito, and Maki tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Genocide Jack tries to sing herself to sleep. I bet you Genocide Jack is a fantastic singer, quote me on that. And Shuichi tries to treat his infection. We'll proceed. It is time for day 1, 2, 3, 4. Tinko stalks Pennyworth. Shuichi makes a slingshot channeling his inner Uehiko. Nagito sprains his ankle while running away from Celeste. She can be scary sometimes, that's why she's in the squad, let me tell you. Sakura stabs Mukuro while her back is turned. Mukuro's gone, we will not get the Mukuro win today, but we could get it through Maki, technically. Mahiru receives a bottle of poison from an unknown sponsor. Genocide Jack dies of thirst. She sang too much, her vocal cords got dry and they just shriveled up, and then she died. Maki sprains her ankle while running away from Jotaro. Rantaro chops down a tree which falls onto Kaito, killing him. Trees have been secretly dangerous today again. Mekamaru tries to spearfish with a trident, and Kokichi starts to lose faith in their team. -1 team stability. The Rats have found themselves some instability, you guys. If they stay alive for too long and just keep doubting their team over and over again, they could be out in a single episode. Will it happen? We have to click proceed to see. 5 people are gone. 5 innocent souls. Completely out of here. Can we get a Claire de Lune for our fallen brethren and sistren? Fat Togami. Kurumi. Mukuro. Genocide Jack. Kaito. Let's see everybody's statuses. That has broken our streak of this row being completely okay. In fact, everyone, whoa, I didn't want to select everyone there. Here it's just the Rats who have a completed team in, and if we look all the way up, we still have the Degenerate Destroyers, and we have the Globetrotters. Districts 3, 5, and 15 all still have 2 people in. Everyone else has 1 or none. We have Shuichi and Sakura, the Degenerate Destroyers. We have the only team left on this row, the Globetrotters. We have Mekamaru, only one on that row. And in the next row, all we have is Jotaro. And in the final row, we have the Rats, Pennyworth, and Maki. That is 12 people who remain, and 2 more lost. 2 more people lost, and you guys get your saving grace pick. I sure as heck need one. I sure do. Because I have not been picking well this season at all. It's been season 1 all over again. Maybe I should have gone with Kokichi. He's the guy who got me my first win. Ooh, am I about to regret this all over again? I don't know. Let's find out to see how much regret I have. Proceed to Night 4. Mahiru stabs Maki with a tree branch. That is the end of the train killer. Celeste makes a makeshift bed out of fallen leaves. Rantaro is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Jotaro sees a fire but stays hidden. Tinko refuses to leave an injured Nagito's side. Jeez Louise. Pennyworth wonders if their team can coexist. -1 team stability. Oh no. That is -1 team stability for the Togami Corporation, but you could still win for them, and that could not matter. That could just not matter at all today, you guys. But Shuichi and Mekamaru fight Kokichi and Sakura. Shuichi and Mekamaru survive. That is one half of the rats gone, and all of the Big Buff family gone for today. Shuichi remains, and so does Mekamaru. We'll proceed, because we still got day 5 to get the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes families. Mahiru decides not to go to the feast, neither does Shuichi or Nagito or Tinko, neither does Celeste, and you know what, Pennyworth is like, I'm not gonna go either. Jotaro's like, no thank you. Mekamaru's like, I'll pass, and Rantaro's like, no thanks. Nobody, not a single soul, went to the feast. They ain't hungry. They don't want that. Not today. Now it's time for day 5. Nobody went. It's so odd to have so many people remaining and nobody go. Shuichi constructs a shack. Mekamaru sips on apple cider even though he doesn't really need it because he is a robot. Jotaro goes hunting. Mahiru attempts to strangle Rantaro but awkwardly ends up massaging his shoulders. It was probably a fantastic massage. Celeste, Tinko, and Nagito come up with a complicated plan, and Pennyworth traps himself and bleeds out. Ladies and gentlemen, did we lose 4? Jeez Louise. 4 people gone. You guys will get a saving grace pick in just a moment, as soon as we play a nice little Claire de Lune 4. Maki. Kokichi. Sakura. Pennyworth. And as we see everybody's statuses. The Degenerate Destroyers. And the Globetrotters, the only 2 teams completely in. Expert Deduction still carrying on has Shuichi. Mekamaru's still there, so is Jotaro, and so is Nagito. We were well below your top 10, but with these 8 people remaining, I think it is time once again for your saving grace pick. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Shuichi from Expert Deductions. We have the entirety of the Degenerate Destroyers, Tinko and Mahiru remaining. The entirety of the Globetrotters still in, clutching for hope. Rantaro and Celeste. Mekamaru remains, trying to get you guys a fan vote. Jotaro survives for the religious artist, and Nagito remains as the final rat standing. Now, this is important, you guys, with these final 8 folks. Final 8 folks, or is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I was right. I should never question myself. With these final 8 folks, I want you guys to go down in the comments, and I know the comments have been bugging out for a couple of you guys, because YouTube is doing something stupid. Some people can't edit their comments, some people can't post at all, some people can only reply to comments. I hear you, pain, but I can't do anything about it. It's YouTube's fault. I sent them a ticket, though. Tell me, somehow, someway, who is your saving grace pick? Unless your pick is still in, I need one myself, actually. Who's it going to be? I am gonna go with Mahiru. Mahiru was one of the very first winners, and I feel like she's gonna come back and win again. Ladies and gentlemen, there's actually just enough people for her to just randomly get the Thanos glove and snap again. She could do this all over again. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time. You have made your saving grace picks. I've made mine. It's Mahiru, Miss Red Hair herself. Can she do it? Can she take the win? Can the Degenerate Destroyers get into the tag team finale bracket? Let's proceed. Let's find out. Because at the start of night 5, Tinko tries to stay awake all night to catch the mastermind, but she falls asleep. Mekamaru holds a secret meeting with Nagito, Mahiru, Rantaro, and Jotaro. Celeste stays awake all night, and Shuichi receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Who gave him a hatchet? We'll never know. At the start of day 6, Tinko enjoys a pumpkin spice latte. How basic. One day I'll try one myself. Jotaro searches for firewood. Rantaro makes a wooden spear. Shuichi diverts Mahiru's attention and runs away. Mekamaru and Celeste split up to search for resources together, and Nagito hunts for other tributes will proceed. A Claire de Lune for none. Not a single person lost. These people, these folks have their teams in line. They're trying to survive as best they can. We'll proceed to see who does it the best. Jotaro tries to stay up all night to catch the mastermind but falls asleep. Rantaro receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Tenko holds a meeting with Mahiru, Nagito, Celeste, and Mekamaru. Shuichi dies from thirst. Shuichi is out of here. That is the end of expert deductions. We'll proceed to day 7 because Mekamaru receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Tenko collects fruit from a tree. Mahiru camouflages herself in the bushes. Rantaro falls into a pit but somehow lives. Jotaro confides in Nagito and Celeste goes hunting. We just lost one. And that one is from District 1. Can we get a Claire de Lune for Shuichi? We'll take a quick peek at the statuses. Shuichi is gone. Expert deductions. You guys are out of here today. We are down to our final 7. Who will come out on top? Who is going to take that spot for their team in the finale bracket? We gotta proceed to find out. At the start of night 7, Celeste questions her sanity. Mahiru begs for Jotaro to kill her, but he refuses, keeping her alive. Stop doing that. You were technically my pick this time. Mekamaru and Rantaro huddle for warmth. Nagito convinces Tenko to snuggle with him. I don't know what's been going on between Nagito and Tenko, but I cannot see them getting along, but they've been getting along pretty well this game. As we proceed, Mekamaru searches for a water source at the start of day 8. Nagito uses the seesaw effect and kills Rantaro, taking a page out of Corey's book. Jotaro and Mahiru split up to search for resources. Tenko discovers a river, and Celeste deliberately jumps off a cliff. Oh, Celeste. Oh no. You're gone, aren't you? Ladies and gentlemen, we lost 2, and it's the entirety of the Globetrotters, not their round. Can we get a Claire de Lune for Rantaro, Celeste? And now we are down to our final 5 participants. The entirety of the Degenerate Destroyers. Mekamaru trying to get you guys a fan vote. Religious Artists still have Jotaro, and the Rats have Nagito. In terms of people who have never gotten a win, there's 3. The Degenerate Destroyers have both gotten a win before. Who's gonna come out on top? We have to click proceed to find out. My pick is still in. Is it gonna be Mahiru? Am I feeling Mahiru? Is it a Mahiru day? Let's find out. At the start of night 8, Nagito receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Tenko sings a lullaby to Jotaro. Mekamaru quietly hums, and Mahiru makes a makeshift bed out of fallen leaves. Ladies and gentlemen, this autumn time event, nothing's going wrong. Nothing could possibly go wrong. At the start of day 9, nothing went wrong actually. Mahiru, Mekamaru, Tenko, and Jotaro play cards. I bet you Jotaro is secretly fantastic at cards for some reason. They did not invite Nagito because his luck is BS, but instead he just sits on the side and sips some apple cider. We'll proceed. No cannon shots can be heard. It is time for night 9. And Nagito goes to the Love Hotel with Jotaro. Mahiru falls into a pit and dies. This is just not my season, you guys. A lot of Love Hotel stuff going on because Mekamaru goes to the Love Hotel with Tenko. We have 4 separate teams now because the Degenerate Destroyers are now down to 1. We'll proceed. It is day 10. Mekamaru begins to lose faith in his team, but it doesn't matter because his team has a win. They will stay together indefinitely. Kibo tries to spearfish with a trident. Tenko picks flowers, and Jotaro gets so absorbed in chasing a butterfly that he follows it right off a cliff. Jotaro, you poor innocent child, but you're gone. We are down to Mekamaru, Nagito, and Tenko. We'll proceed. It is time for an arena event. A cloud of poisonous smoke starts to fill the arena. Tenko survives. Nagito and Mekamaru agree to die in the cloud together, but Nagito pushes Mekamaru in without warning. No fan vote today for you guys. It's going to be the Degenerate Destroyers, or it's going to be Nagito with the Rats. We'll proceed. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Can we get Claire de Lune 4? Mahiru, Jotaro, Mekamaru. And the 2 folks who have forged a friendship today, Tenko and Nagito. 2 kills versus 4 kills. One of them is going to come out on top. Both of them have instability, so one of them is going to save their team, absolve that instability, and celebrate together. The other team will keep their instability and still be searching aimlessly for that win. Who's it gonna be? Who's coming out on top? Will this friendship last? Maybe they'll both die and we'll have to go with the person with most kills, in which case it'll be really a tie between Kurumi and Nagito. So, are you guys prepared to see what happens next? It's almost the end. Tenko, Nagito. Tenko, Nagito. Could this be justice for Nagito? He's not gotten a win before. This could be his time. This could finally be his time, or he might allow himself to be a stepping stone for Tenko. We have to click proceed and find out. Nagito kills Tenko with her own weapon. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner from District 15, guided by the Rat's leadership himself, Kokichi, finally getting justice for himself as well. Nagito takes the win. Alright, Nagito. This has also secretly been just a season. It's been a lot of justice. This man has appeared, might be the most now. I need to double check. It's between him and Ibuki who have appeared the most in seasonal play. No, not in seasonal play, just in overall play. Who have not gotten a win. Now it's clearly Ibuki, but before it was Nagito. Was it not? No, I don't. Was it ever Nagito? I think it might have been Nagito. It's flip-flops between Nagito and Ibuki because they're always so close. They're up in those episodes. But we'll proceed. Nagito is off that list now because Nagito with 5 kills has gotten himself some justice and gotten the champ onto a finale bracket. Even though the champ, the first ever champ Kokichi, did not win today. And is currently not in the the singles bracket. I think he might have a shot tomorrow. I don't know if he has a shot tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode is going to be fun. Tomorrow's episode is going to be fun because it's kind of inspired by last week's episode and the week before that. It's going to be a fun time, but he is here today. We can bring up that tag team winners bracket first of all. Look at that. The Rats. Nagito, Kokichi, and So. They are there. The 3 of those rats all together. It is going to be trouble in the finale. We have Tenko, who got 2nd place. She was so close, but her team remains on the list of people who have some instability. Mekamaru in 3rd place, Jotaro in 4th, Mahiru in 5th, Celeste from Squad in 6th, Rantaro right after her in 7th place, Shuichi in 8th, Pennyworth in 9th, and in the Big Buff family, topping off the top 10 is Sakura. There is everyone else below them. We'll do a quick, or I was gonna say a quick slow roll. That's that's not right. That doesn't sound quite right. But there's everyone all the way to 32nd place, 1st to 32nd. We'll proceed. We'll look at the summary real quick. At the very start, Kurumi started off very first event with a bomb. Terrifying. And it all ended with Nagito forming a friendship with Tenko, finally saying that it's time for his own hope and takes her out. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Nagito. I do know that there are a lot of people cheering for Nagito in the comments, so a lot of people are probably pretty happy. I know a couple people are not happy about this one, but them's the berries. That's the RNG. Kokichi does make it into a finale bracket because of that, so good on him. In terms of placements, District 3 did the best, and that was the Degenerate Destroyers. They really had a fantastic game, I won't lie. They were together for so long, and then it all ended right at the end. Nagito, 5 kills, Kurumi with 4, Kaito, Mahiru, Mekamaru, Shuichi, and Tenko all had 2. And then there's a lot of people with 1 kill. We will go back to the reaping, look at all of the teams. The best of V3 is truly Kokichi, as he, with the help of his teammate, made it to victory. Congratulations, Kokichi and Nagito. Congratulations to So as well with the Rats. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Clearly next week I think we're going to do pretty much a similar thing in the other simulator with teams that have Danganronpa 2, and then right after that we'll do Trigger Happy Havoc, and then probably a combination of another episode and the anime, and then we'll do some special things, because it'll be right around the end of the season, and I'm looking forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, your United States Aviator is taking off, telling you to stay classy, passengers, and I will see you all tomorrow for another fantastic episode. Are you excited for that one, Toon Link? It is going to be We already had a magical episode this season. This one's just gonna be chaos. That's all I can say about this one. You know, I can announce what's happening tomorrow. It's been a year. It's a very feel-good episode. Tomorrow we're taking the history. I've gone through every single episode. I had to peer through. I had to look through. I had to spot through every single episode. I spot checked. We've got every single sheep that has ever been transformed this season. And they're all in tomorrow's episode. It is a sheep episode. It'll have sheep wrangling Sonia as well, who actually has been a sheep in the past, and it will have Monica also, who has not been a sheep in the past, but due to last week's episode, that sheep shifter is definitely gonna be in tomorrow's episode, so it's gonna be a fun one. I hope you guys are excited for that one, and it's a singles episode, so we have to look for that secret achievement, and I know there's a couple, I know that there's at least one left that is exclusive to that simulator, and I know some people know, or maybe they just don't know. Some people have seen the secret episodes, and you know, something so, ladies and gentlemen, enough of that. Your Nice Xavier taking off, fine day in the year of the aviator, and one thing that was really, I don't know why it was so jarring to me, because I looked in the episode from a year ago, and I said to myself, wow, it wasn't even the year of the aviator yet, and I was like, of course not, it was 2018. 2019 is the year of the aviator. I don't know what the next year is going to be, but I know I'm not moving this sign. This sign has become a fundamental piece of my set. During my intros, I can gesture towards it, and I can say, and my outros, because I'm about to do it right now. It's been a fine day in the year of the aviator. I'm your United States Aviator, taking off. Stay classy, passengers. I will see you all tomorrow for another fantastic Friday of Hunger Games. Toodaloo. Flight crew. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and for liking and commenting. All of the things, you fantastic members of the flight crew. Toodaloo. Flight crew.